Matthew 6:19 to 21. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy and where thieves break in and steal. But store up yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. When I was a kid, I used to think about this passage because Jesus talks about storing up treasure in heaven, and I thought, do you get to heaven and there's loads of jewels and doubloons and gold and fancy things up there in a chest? I think treasure is so much more. As I get older, very old, I suddenly realise that treasure is so much more than just wealth and riches. Later on, we're going to come across someone who really did struggle to give up his possessions. I'd like to think I could live simply without possessions. Could you? I mean, I'd need somewhere to sleep, of course, and a change of clothing and a couple of pairs of shoes and food, of course. But then I could be simple, live simply without possessions. I'd need a mobile phone because you've got to connect with other people. You can't be without networking from the world. And I'd need to work, so I'd need a laptop. But that's it. Well, it would be crazy not to have a kitchen where I could cook meals. And I'd like to host meals, so I need a cutlery set and crockery and cookbooks, of course, because I need to learn how to cook fancy things. And speaking of books, I could have a tablet, one of those fancy iPad type things, and then I could have all my electronic books on that. And because I'm a musician, I'd need a guitar, because I'd need to praise God and sing, and an amplifier would also be useful. And so apart from a place to live, clothes, a kitchen, mobile, laptop, tablet, books, musical instruments, and a few other things, I could live simply. Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Oops.